Hello beautiful souls, and welcome to this video. Welcome back to my channel, Neptunian Serenity. I hope you're all very well. So today we're doing a tarot reading, or pick a pile tarot reading, and we are doing messages from your inner child, okay? So you have 3 piles to pick from, and you're gonna pick a tarot deck, okay? There's a different one for each pile. So I'm gonna show the back of the cards to you, so that you can pick your pile. Pile number 1 is the Cosmic Slumber Tarot with this kind of gold on the sides here. Very pretty, very colorful tarot deck, okay? Then pile number 2 is the Fountain Tarot. Has duller, more dull tones with the silver on the side. Okay, and pile number 3 is the Tarot of the Divine. Okay, very cute also. And there's no like foil here. Okay, so you've got, maybe I can try to hold them all at the same time. I'm gonna pick one card from each because I can't hold all the decks at the same time. But let's see. You have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3 here, okay? So pick your pile, take however much time you need, pick intuitively, not just the colors that are like the prettiest to you, the one that caught your eyes first, and then if you need more time to pick, pause the video when I show the piles, otherwise I'm gonna get into pile 1. If you picked a different pile, just go get your timestamp down below so that you can skip ahead to your reading, and I will see you there. Okay, hello pile 1, and welcome to your reading. This is for those of you who picked the Cosmic Slumber Tarot. Welcome, I hope that you are well. So as I said earlier, today we're doing messages from your inner child, okay? And it's funny because I prepared this reading, like I decided like which tarot decks I would use and for which piles like 2 days ago without really knowing what theme or subject I would give to this reading. And then it kind of came to me today that I wanted to do messages from your inner child. So well, let's see what you've got after that. I also pulled an oracle card, pre-pulled before, and I just wanted to remind you before we get into it, first of all, this is a general reading, so most of it should resonate with you if this is your pile, but maybe not all of it, okay? Just take what resonates, and if something doesn't resonate, then don't overthink it, okay? And also, yes, I do personal private readings for both tarot and astrology. I also have some really exciting special packages for the current retrogrades, Mercury and Venus, and also for 2022, which is called Magical Mermaid, which is centered around tapping into the energy of the 2022 transit of Jupiter in Pisces, okay? So if you're interested in any of that, or if you would like to tip me, I have links for that in the description box of the video. Okay, so now let's just get into your pile right away. And let's see, I don't feel like looking at the oracle card right now, so I'm just gonna pull some tarot, and I'm gonna eventually also open another light, because I'm starting to record when the sun is setting, so when I first set up my stuff it was okay, but it's gonna get kind of dark. So let's see, what does pile 1's inner child would like them to know? Wow, okay. Messages from pile 1's inner child to their inner adult. Okay. Oh. These are some really strong cards that are coming out right now. So, okay. Hadn't I pulled another deck out that I wanted to use for this reading? Okay. We're gonna start with this one, and if we want another one, we'll take another one. Is there anything else? No, we're gonna stay here, and we'll see. Oh, okay. I'm gonna show you your cards, okay? Not teasing you too much. So we have 2 cards at first that came out at the same time. First one was the King of Pentacles, and the Star. beautiful cards. Then we had, can you stay in place? Okay. Then we have the Universe, which is the World card. And finally we had the, oh, 2 8s. Interesting. The 8 of Wands reversed underneath the Star card, which is like, it looks like this upright. And the 8 of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck, look at that. Look at what we got. We have the Ace of Pentacles. There's a reflection. Yeah, that's annoying. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so this is really interesting. And I'm gonna right away, because I just keep overthinking the light thing, so we're gonna... Can I put it like this? Where can I put this? Can I put it here? Yeah, that's fine. That's intense. Okay, that's okay. So, pile number 1, messages from your inner child. I think your inner child wants to tell you that you're in a much better place than the anxiety in your mind wants you to believe. Okay, like in your life in general. So I feel like, yeah, or you might have some kind of imposter syndrome, or you might have some kind of like self-worth issues where you're wondering like, am I really worthy of like my dreams, of my goals? And your inner child is saying, yes, obviously you are, and you deserve it. Like everything that you've already got, you deserve it, and you can get even more. I'm trying to like put myself, like we get the reflection in my, sorry, when I usually record my readings, I record from like above up, where like we only see the cards, and now that I'm like seeing myself, I'm like, oh my god. I'm gonna stop talking about that. We're gonna focus on the cards no matter what the video looks like. So maybe there's something about that, because I keep talking about how I look. I keep talking, like I keep deviating from the subject. So maybe like you overthink it, you're like an overthinker about the little details, that everything looks good, or maybe you're overthinker about your own appearance, like physical appearance. That could be it. I think you're really tapped into your masculine yang energy with this King of Pentacles. Like you could really, I'm also sensing like Saturn vibes. So you could be like, have a really strong Saturn in your birth chart, or you could just really be someone who has like, oh, that's nice. Can we like, okay. You could really be someone who has worked on their Saturn placement a lot, and you're kind of reaping the rewards now. So if like, for example, you had like an area of your life where like you used to struggle a lot, or used to always be difficult, and then suddenly like it seems to flow easily, and you're like, what is happening? What is happening is that you're reaping the rewards of your hard work. It's not like, it's not an imposter thing. It's not something that's just going to be taken away from you in like 2 minutes. It's like, you earned this, okay? It is yours. Like, yeah, it feels like you're, because it's a really beautiful spread, and then really strong cards like King of Pentacles, and then the Star and the Universe, right? Like 2 major arcana, and then the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom. It's like, wow. But then it's like, why are you here? Not that I always get like negative messages or difficult messages, but you know, it's as if like, it's as if I'm sensing that you need some kind of comforting or reassurance, but the cards that show me where you are in life would make that like surprising. But it's almost like maybe you don't see the situation for what it really is, or maybe you don't see yourself for who you really are, or how other people see you. Yeah, it could be something like that. Yeah, because underneath the King of Pentacles, we have the 8 of Pentacles. So of course you earned this. You worked so hard for this. Can you see this? Look how he's building up the Pentacles. It's wobbly, it's difficult. The 8 of Pentacles in general is about hard work, just getting to the nitty-gritty and doing what needs to be done to get to where you want to be. And you've got it. there's also a sense like maybe right now you're working really hard, but that it's like, I feel like you're at a place in your life where you've built something, okay? You've built something, maybe you're like, with the money you're earning, I feel like you're quite secure. Like if you struggle with money in the past, I feel like you earn higher than that. And I feel, I'm also seeing like a nice apartment or like a nice house. So maybe now you live in a place that like you actually like and you feel good in, versus in the past, like you're able to pay for like a really nice place. So that's cool. But yeah, like you being in this King of Pentacles energy, it's like, it's earned. You did this for you, okay? Like, yeah, that's cool. And also there's a sense with the Eight of Pentacles, to me, I often interpreted that way, that there's a sense of vocation. So you could be, this could be why you're in this King of Pentacles energy, where it's like you're doing your thing and you're winning. That is because what the kind of work you're doing, it feels right, it feels true to who you are, and you actually enjoy it. Like the Eight of Pentacles, for me, it's like, yes, we're working hard, but we feel like this is where we're meant to be. We feel like this is right for us, you know? So maybe you finally found like the field or the kind of work that you truly enjoy and that you would like to do continuously in the future, which is, if that's the case, that's really exciting for you. That's awesome. Yeah, but you're closing out some kind of cycle with the Universe card, okay? Especially the way I laid out the cards, like this card here is like in the middle. And this is the last card of the Major Arcana. So this is significant here. I mean, it's always significant, but you're closing out some kind of cycle. You've learned some lessons. You've reached a sense of purity is what I'm hearing. Also serenity. Yeah, there's a sense of inner peace that may not always be present for you, but that is new. That is something that didn't happen before. There's a part of you that is capable of just sometimes just like relaxing and being like, okay, yeah, like I'm at a good place right now. I've got enough money to pay my rent. I've got enough money to pay my groceries. I like the work that I do. I have some friends. Like, we're good, you know? And that's like new, because in the past few years, like you didn't have that. So maybe you're kind of coming out of a cycle where you used to live kind of on survival mode, or like you were fueled a lot by your like anxieties and fears, and now you're kind of experiencing living life operating from different emotions and not survival mode, you know, and just living. So, and this could be why it actually feels uncomfortable. Like if that's new for you, it's going to feel weird, okay? That's the thing. And you're definitely healing also with the Star card, okay? You're healing. I'm hearing stuff about the pandemic, so you know we are still into it, but also it's been like almost 2 years since it started, so you might be, maybe you've taken the opportunity of the pandemic to heal some stuff within you. Maybe you're currently, at the moment that you're watching, you're healing stuff that happened to you during the pandemic, okay? But either way, there's no, with underneath that, the Eight of Wands in reverse, there's no sense of urgency with your healing, okay? And if you feel that way, I'm telling you that there's no need for that, because the Eight of Wands upright is about really quick, fast energy, but then in reverse, I'm getting the opposite. So I think maybe in the past you had like this mindset of like, oh, I'm gonna heal this, and then I'm gonna move on, or I'm gonna level up, or then it's gonna be done, and then I'm gonna live my life. And now you're kind of realizing that healing is just a part of life that continues again and again. And even if you like finish healing one thing, something else might call your attention. So it sounds like instead of being really, because I'm sensing maybe in the past you were kind of extreme with this. So you would have like, for example, you would like not care about your inner child and your wounds for like months or weeks. And then you would like go on a retreat that was like 4 days, a whole weekend, and then you would do only that, right? It was like all or nothing. And now it's like you have like a more healthy perspective of just incorporating a little bit here and there in your daily routine instead of doing all of it or none of it. You know what I mean? And I feel like that is serving you. Something else that I am noticing is that on both the Universe card and the Star card, we have a female body. naked, and so this could be something significant for you. You may be healing stuff regarding your body, like your self-image, how you feel about your body, regarding to your sexuality. Maybe you are like actually spending time like naked, like at your home or something, and not necessarily like in a sexual way, just kind of like being in your own body instead of wearing clothes, and kind of connecting to your own body. And that, I feel like that is something that is healing for you. Like, it's really beautiful. Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, because I feel like you are deconstructing your own idea that like nudity always has to be sexual. And I feel like you're realizing like nudity is like our natural state as humans, and it's actually weird that we always wear clothes. And that nudity is such a taboo and is always seen as sexual, because it's not. And I feel like once you realize that, you're like, oh, and then I feel like once you realize that, you started feeling different about your own body. You started viewing differently and treating it differently, like in a good way. And now maybe before you used to feel uncomfortable about being naked, like even like when you showered, you would like really quickly like get dressed up afterwards, right? And now you kind of like, you feel comfortable walking around in your apartment being naked, and that it's something really cool for you. So I really love that for you. And with the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom, oh, interesting. With the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom, something new could be coming towards you. Maybe you are working on trying to manifest something new, like a new job or new opportunity for a career, for money, for like, I heard establishment. I don't know what that means. Or like maybe like you want to move, so like a new house, a new apartment, something like that. That could be coming towards you in the next few months, I'm hearing. Like 3 or 6 months is what I'm hearing. So, okay, that's interesting. But I think it's also just highlighting the fact that like you are creating new opportunities. You are your own creator in your life in general. And you have that power within you. Like, I don't feel like, you don't have like a victim mindset of like, I have no power over what's happening in my life and I just try to cope with what's given to me. Like, if you had that mindset before, you don't have it anymore. Yeah, so I think your inner child is telling you that like, yeah, you're doing great, essentially. You're doing great, and the work that you're doing now, if you feel like that's right for you, that is true, and you can be prosperous within that field if you already are, or you're going to be even more, okay? Because maybe there's some of that too. Maybe like what you're passionate about is something that like stereotypically in our capitalistic patriarchal society you were told like, that's not a real job, or like you can't like live on that, you're gonna have to take a real job because you can't make enough money to live from that. And that is just not true, okay? That comes from people who want to, first of all, maintain the status quo of everyone working for a corporation, and that also comes from people's fears of like you not having enough money to live, right? But that doesn't mean it's the truth. And anyway, like, you gotta try it, okay? So, like, the King of Pentacles, like, the King of Pentacles is rich, okay? The King of Pentacles isn't just, like, I can get by. The King of Pentacles is rich. So you can get money from this, okay? Don't worry about that. Your inner child is telling you that. And I think, like, and we also talked about the fact that you have a different perspective with healing. That before was all or nothing, and now it's more, like, daily stuff. It's more integrated to your actual day-to-day life, and I feel like thanks to that you are just more connected to your inner child in general, okay? Because you don't ignore it like in your daily life. I'm seeing like some kind of, what is it, iced coffee or like a milkshake. I'm seeing something like that, like a drink in like a plastic cup that looks like brown, so maybe like chocolate something or coffee something cold. So I don't know if there's something like that you like to drink that your inner child really likes, like it's your inner child's favorite drink and you've been drinking it a lot recently, or it's something that you really like and you don't admit to yourself, or something like that. Yeah, I don't know why that came through. Maybe that's gonna resonate for you. But yeah, okay. So why don't we look at your oracle card. This is an archetype card, and I don't remember. I looked at them when I pulled them, but I don't remember what you got. Oh, you've got monk, nun, which both of these words are super weird. Is it just me? Like phonetically, these sound weird. Maybe that's just me. English is also not my first language, so. Okay, so we've got shadow and light attributes on each card because there's a shadow side of them and a light side to every archetype. So I'm gonna read both of them, and maybe you're gonna recognize whether you're in one and another, or maybe both, but we'll see. And the thing is, if you feel like you're in the shadow, you can always tap back into the light because it's just two sides of the same coin. So the shadow attributes of this archetype are negative judgment of the physical world, excess piety. And the light attributes are selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. Okay. So I really feel, I do feel like what you're doing for work is unconventional. I don't feel like you're just owning a conventional business or something, or that you're working for a corporation, and if so, it's like about something that's unconventional. So it could be something spiritual, could be something dedicated to spirit, even something religious, okay? And it is saying, so this could be why maybe you have that mindset of like, is this a real job? Can I really like make a living out of this? And we already said that yes, you can. And in the shadow, we have negative judgment of the physical world. So this could be, if you're like a spiritual person, especially if that is like your work, maybe you have feelings or like it's difficult for you to ask for retribution. It's difficult for you to make your clients pay or something. Or you have, maybe you don't realize it, but maybe you have some kind of resistance towards that within you. Okay, so that is something that I would encourage you to go and discover and explore within yourself, because this could be what is actually in the way for you of being really prosperous. Okay, if you think that money is bad, or that people who truly want to help other people don't charge a lot or don't charge at all, it's not exactly like that. So maybe you want to like look at your relationship with money, but yeah, because I believe personally, and from what I've seen in the world, I think money itself is like a neutral thing. I don't think that money holds any moral thing. Like, I don't think it's good or bad. I don't think it's like moral or immoral inherently. I think it has no energy, and that we humans give it its energy. And so depending on how we've earned it, how we got it, and how we decide to give it or use it or view it, that is when we give energy its money. No, money its energy. And so sometimes money can be bad, sometimes money can be good, but that is dependent on us. And that money in itself is neutral. That's how I view it, okay? Because we cannot deny that a lot of bad and a lot of harm in the world is caused by money. But that is not what all of money is about, okay? And I think some money can be something good when you decide it is, and when you give it that connotation. All right, so was there anything else I wanted to do here? I feel like often in my readings, I do like oracle cards at the end or something like that, but now I'm like, I didn't pull any other deck out. So I actually think I'm gonna end the reading here, but I think I want to do an extended reading. So I think I'm gonna make one extended reading for the whole reading, okay? Which means that there's not gonna be like, you have 3 piles here, but there's not gonna be 3 different extended readings. However, typically there's not many people, if at all, who purchase my extended reading, so it's not like it is personal to you. It's almost like a private reading, and I feel like how you're gonna like mix the messages from your pile and then the extended reading, that's also gonna be unique to you, okay? So I'm gonna do an extended reading. I don't know about what yet exactly, or what question I'm gonna ask, but we're gonna continue the reading. If you're interested, go check that out. There's gonna be a link in both the description box of the video and hopefully in the comments as well. Okay, as I said in the beginning, if you want to book a private reading, Even if you want to follow me on Instagram, please do that. I post a bunch of other stuff that is not on YouTube. If you want to tip me, all of that is down below, so check that out. Otherwise, I'm going to wish you an amazing rest of your day or night. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending you so much love to you and your inner child, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hello pile 2 and welcome to your reading. Okay, hold on. No, we're not starting your reading here. This doesn't work. Fuck. Fucking bullshit. Oh. Hello pile 2 and welcome to your reading. This is for those of you who picked the Fountain Tarot. Yeah, if we can see it, welcome. Okay, so today we are doing, as I explained, we're doing messages from your inner child. Okay, so I'm excited for this. And as I said in pile 1, what's funny about this reading is that I kind of prepared it like 2 or 3 days ago. I decided which text I was going to use and for which pile, but I had no idea what the subject or the question of the reading was going to be. Okay, so that was interesting. And then it kind of popped into my mind today that I wanted to do inner child messages. So I'm excited, so I hope that you are as well. Before we get into it, I have a couple of things to say. First of all, this is a general reading, remember that. So if this is your pile, most of it should resonate with you, but maybe not all of it. So if there's like a little detail that doesn't feel like it resonates for you, don't get too hung up on it. Okay, just let it go. Take it how it resonates for you. And because your intuition, especially about a subject like this, like your inner child, like your intuition will always prevail over what I'm saying to you. Okay, so listen to your intuition first. If most of the message doesn't resonate, it's probably not your pile. You can feel free to go back then at the beginning of the video and pick another pile or even a different reading. But if you are interested in a more personalized reading, I do private readings. Okay, I do them for both tarot and astrology. And I also have some really exciting special packages where I kind of mix the two, and there's multiple consultations. So I have special packages for the current Venus and Mercury retrogrades. I also have one for 2022, which is about manifesting your dreams and all that kind of stuff, inspired on the potential of the Jupiter and Pisces transit. Okay, it's called Magical Mermaid. So if you're interested in these, booking a private reading with me, I have a link for that in the description box down below. I also have a link if you would like to tip me, and I'm also going to make an extended reading, okay, for this reading, and the link of that will also be, you guessed it, in the description box of the video as well as in the comments. Okay, so with that all the way out of the way, we can get into your reading now. We're not going to look at your oracle card right away because I did pull one in advance as well, but I'm just going to pull some tarot right now, and I feel like I need to shuffle it properly again. We're going to pull some tarot, and that's going to be messages from your inner child, okay? So I'm excited. Pile 1 was fun, so let's see what we've got for this pile. So what are some messages from Pile 2's inner child, please? I knew this card would come out. I saw it when I was shuffling. What does Pile 2's inner child want them to know right now? I also want you to know that, like, your inner child is like something that you can always connect to. Like, you don't need me or any other person or medium to connect to your inner child. You can, of course, but like, you can always connect to your inner child. It's always with you. You can do so like through meditation. There's all kinds of ways to do that. How do you want to be? Do you want to be upright or okay? Is there anything else here for Pile 2? No. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so I'm going to show you your cards. The first one that came out is the Page of Coins in reverse. So this is the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, my light is pretty intense. And this is the card upright. Okay, so we have childlike energy already. Pages to me often represent, they can represent like an actual child, of course, but I often interpret them as inner child energy. So very on point. Then we have the Strength card, and this is the card that I said I knew this was going to come out because I saw it in the shuffling. Strength card, and it's really interesting how it's illustrated in this deck. This is the Leo card. Might be a Leo, might not be, but you might be, because we also have the Sun in reverse, which is also a Leo card, Sun card. This is also inner child energy to me. Well, not just to me, but you know. They're both reverse. Like Page of Coins and the Sun reversed is underneath the Page of Coins, so that's interesting. So maybe you're not usually connected to your inner child and you don't know how to connect to it by yourself, which is why it's interesting, because I didn't say in Pile 1 like, oh, remember your inner child is always something you can connect to. It's always with you. But I intuitively said it for this pile, so maybe it's something that you needed to hear because you don't know. Oh my god, look at that. I didn't even notice. Underneath the Strength card, we have another page. We have the Page of Cups. Upright this time. What is this? Okay. Page of Cups upright. And last but not least, in the middle, we have the Hierophant in reverse. So this is the Taurus card. You might have those signs in your birth chart, you might not. But it's the energy of your inner child today. I feel like your inner child has a really playful side to it that you don't, as an adult, or I don't know if there's any teens watching my channel, but as a grown-up, we're gonna say it like that, you don't necessarily allow that part of yourself to come out and play. Like, you don't allow yourself to be playful, or you don't feel like it's necessary for you or that it has any purpose, so why should I let it come out? Or anything like that. There could be, oh, okay, sorry. There's like a lamp outside that like keeps flashing, but it's fine. Because I think it just lit up. Yeah, so because you have both of these energies, you know, you have the Page of Cups upright, so it's not reversed, but look at the imagery. It's not like a very playful and excited energy. It's like quite dull. But if you look at these cards here, the Page of Coins, and oh, they're so cute, and the Sun card, look at them go. Look how cute they are. You know, this one is running through a field and this one is like swinging on the swing. Both like big smiles, happy, and movement. And these are in reverse, okay? And I am going to close my curtain. If you give me a second, I apologize, because that flashing light is annoying me. All right, back to the reading. So, yeah, I'm getting like a real confused energy. Like I keep being distracted in your reading. I also feel like physically I started feeling like warm and like uncomfortably hot when I started your pile, which I didn't feel that way before. I'm like, I also, yeah, it's weird. I'm also like feeling like really minor like menstrual like cramps, but I'm not on my period. This is not a place of my cycle where I usually get these. You know, it's not really intense, but like I'm feeling it and it's unusual. So that's strange, okay? This is all very strange. Maybe you feel those things a lot. Yeah. Because maybe you are the kind of person who's like more serious. Oh, I forgot to show you the bottom of your deck. Here. We have the Ten of Swords in reverse. And, oh, up at the top we have Judgment. And the Ten of Swords in reverse here is telling me that there could be some kind of wound, some kind of pain that you are refusing to let go of. Maybe unconsciously. Yeah, I keep feeling distracted. Like my brain, which, you know, that is something that happens to me, but I wasn't feeling this way in pile 1, so that's why I feel like it's interesting to your energy. So maybe you are like this. Sorry for the noise. But yeah, there's like, you don't allow yourself to just be carefree, even though that is an energy that is within you. That is like an energy that your inner child has, and I feel like your inner child is really sad of that. I feel like that's why we have the Page of Cups upright. You know, the Page of Cups is a more emotional inner child energy. And this could be why I'm hearing that maybe you don't like children, or like you find children who are like this running around. You find them annoying, or you don't like that. And this could be actually because you repress that within yourself, so you can't bear to see it in others. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, there's some kind of like physical restraint. Physical, like maybe you don't dance, or you don't, you're very, your body, you control your body a lot. How it moves, the kind of exercise you allow it to do. Maybe you have like a perspective of exercise where it's like punishment, or you exercise in ways that like you really don't enjoy because that is for you the only way, or that is necessary to you, when actually you could be doing something like, I don't know, Zumba and actually enjoy it, but like it's a no right now because you're not connected to your inner child. And you know, I said Zumba like one example. You might not enjoy Zumba at all, truthfully, truly, but yeah. But we also have the Strength card, which is interesting to me. I do love that we have this card. It is significant. It's a good sign, especially upright. The Strength card to me, well, not just to me. Why do I always say this? When I'm doing a card interpretation, I'm always like, this card to me means this. And yes, sometimes it's like a personal interpretation, but a lot of these are interpretations that I have been taught when I learned tarot, that I know a lot of other people use. I'm always acting like I'm the only one doing this. Or all of it comes from my own brain. That is not true, okay? So the Strength card is a card that is about, you know, you see that there's like a woman or female, feminine looking person. And then, well, the way this one is illustrated is interesting, as I said, but on like the traditional one, there's a woman, and then there's like a lion, because you know, lion, Leo. And it's about kind of taming your own inner beast, but not taming it in like a violent way. You know, kind of becoming friends with it. You know, for me, I really get, if you know about The Little Prince, you know, the little prince kind of becomes friends with the fox without like taming it violently or forcefully. That is this kind of energy. And these are like symbols for our inner life. So our inner kind of feminine energy, kind of nurturing and sweet and soft energy, and that's not what that is a part of feminine energy. That's not what it all represents. It's not always like that, okay? Let's be clear. And then, but that's what it represents in this card. And then the lion is this kind of like, or inner kind of beast or inner power. And it shows, this card represents that being in harmony, which is a really positive thing. So you could be in touch with your feminine side. You could have some kind of harmonious energy within you, okay? Especially if you've integrated that kind of animalistic side to you, right? That Mars energy, that Pluto and your energy in your birth chart, okay? If you have any Scorpio placements, seeing moon in Scorpio, you might have moon in Scorpio, which would make sense because the moon is like a very feminine energy, and then Scorpio could be something I connect to the lion and Leo, of course. So you might be like feminist, you might be someone who's just understands and sees the power of women, regardless of whether you are a woman or not. You see that there's like power in femininity, okay? And that is something that is like integrated within you. Yeah. If you are a woman, you allow yourself to be both feminine and powerful at the same time, because you understand these are not like contradictory things, which is really great. So you might think that represents who you are, that right now you're at a place in your life where you're really in tune and really in harmony with all of your different sides because you've reached this point. And yes, that's really cool, but like you're tuning into this reading and I'm telling you, like, you have this whole side to you that is like this, that is completely pushed to the side and repressed, okay? And this part of your inner child really wants to come through. Yeah, careless and free and happy, free spirit energy. Maybe you're like a very serious person in your day-to-day. And maybe there's like a need for that. Like you have like a demanding job, you have a really busy schedule, you're in school, you have to have good grades. And so of course it's justified that you're serious about that, but you don't have to be like that all the time. Is kind of the key here. And if you are like that all the time, that is exhausting you. Like if you are never tapping into this free spirit inner child energy, that is going to make you exhausted, okay? Trust me, speaking from experience. So if you're wondering, why am I always so tired? That's why. that could be part of why. I don't know you enough to say that that's the whole reason, but it could be part of it. So the part of your inner child, the only part of your inner child that you might be connected to is this part that is actually more so melancholic. So you might be like, oh, why do I want to connect to my inner child? Like, when I do that, I'm just sad and emotional. Well, that's part of it, but it's not all of it. Yeah. You could have Saturn on the ascendant. You know, when I said like really controlled with your body, you could have Saturn making an aspect to your Mars. You could have Saturn in the 6th house, Saturn in the 4th house. Saturn aspecting the moon, of course. Yeah, or you could have a lot of like, yeah, and that makes so much sense that we have like Scorpio energy coming through, Taurus energy coming through, and even Leo, because those can be very controlling signs. Like when we have themes of control coming through the zodiac and the natal chart, signs like Taurus and Scorpio are very associated with these themes. Hierophant. This is actually so sweet, and I'm actually, you know, this card came out in reverse, but I'm gonna put it upright for you because I feel like reversed is blocked energy right now, and I want to help you unblock it. So there you go. Can you see the imagery here? To me, it looks like right now you're not doing, well, I mean, I don't know you, but like there's a part of you at least that you're not really exploring or doing any introspection on. And actually when you start, or if you start doing that, it's almost like uncovering a treasure. Can you see the expression, how it's going? And then you open the box and then there's like a bunch of light that comes out and it's like, ah. That's the energy here. And no, it's not a Pandora's box, okay, because I heard that in my mind. Some of you are like very cynical, pessimistic jokes. Like, oh, it's Pandora's box. No, it's not. It's not, okay? And of course, what you're going to uncover is not going to be all like unicorns and daisies and blah, blah, blah. But you're going to have fun doing that. And it's going to be, it's like you're going to uncover your sense of wonder that like children have that you lost when you kind of covered that. Because, you know, we literally see that. Like you have that part of yourself and then you put it in a box and closed it very firmly. Haven't opened it since then. It's like, how is that called? A time capsule. Yes, that's what it is, a time capsule. It's like you have a time capsule in your own brain and in your own heart of some parts of your childhood and inner child that you kind of pushed to the side, repressed it a lot, and now it's like, it's calling you, your inner child wants you to kind of go and try to see that and try to connect to it more. I feel like pulling other cards, but I don't know what question to ask exactly. Okay, so what else do we want pile 2 to know? What else do we want pile 2 to know about this? Yeah. Anything else? I almost asked like for an encouragement message, but I feel like that's what we got anyway. So all 3 of the cards are in reverse, but to me it means it's not necessarily bad. To me it means that like this is the kind of energy that you could unlock if you actually go within yourself and explore. And it's exciting energy, most of it, okay? So we have the 9 of Cups in reverse. And I'm going to put them back up at the end of your reading also. We have the 2 of Coins in reverse. Yeah, okay. Here we go, you can see it properly. You have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah, there's a reason why you were guided to this reading today. There's a reason why. Maybe suddenly you've never been into inner child stuff, or you never even heard about it, and then suddenly you keep hearing the word everywhere and you're like, why do I keep hearing about this? It's because you have to do it now. It's not a coincidence, okay? Yeah, like it's your inner child trying to be like, listen to me. And it realized kind of early on that it couldn't just ask you from within because you don't listen to it. So it's trying to like do it with like external sources like this video and me right now telling you to like go talk to it. Okay, so, and the reason why it's so important for you to tap into this energy and talk to your inner child right now is because you're at a place in your life where you feel stuck, or you will feel stuck very soon. You will feel like you kind of like hit a dead end, or you will be in a position where you have, if not already, or you will have to make a choice. That could be a difficult choice and you will not know what to choose. You will be completely stuck in that energy, stuck overthinking what is the right choice, what is the wrong choice, and you will not be able to tap into your intuition, because I feel like you're a logical person and you're like good, like you have like some procedures of like, let's weigh the pros and cons and all those kinds of things. Let's ask for advice to my friends and family, or whatever it is that you usually do to make decisions, and it has worked for you until now. And then you're going to be in a position where it's not going to be enough. Like you'll do those things and you'll either get like an unclear response, it's not going to be enough for you to make your decision, and then you're going to feel stuck. And you're going to need to tap into your inner child to see, what does my inner child want? What is best for my inner child? What is best for me emotionally and to my soul level? And when you tap into your inner child, when you do this kind of self-discovery process, that is when you're going to find the answer that you're looking for. And then you're going to be able to move forward with your life, okay? Because the Wheel of Fortune represents that. It represents change. It represents cycles, okay? It's also like a very divine, spiritual energy. So like divine timing and things like that. Or if you don't connect to your inner child, you might also like, it's not necessarily that you would stay stuck there forever, but it would delay a lot of things that could be coming your way, a lot of exciting things that could be coming your way, okay? Yeah. So it's gonna be important for you. And also, oh, I forgot again to show you your energy at the bottom of the deck. It's the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups, the Knights come after the Pages, okay? So it's almost like we have a level up from the Page of Cups to the Knight of Cups, which is more mature. And the Knight of Cups is also, Knights are also action oriented compared to the Pages. And so it's finally being connected to your emotions enough to not just sit with them or just be like, okay, I feel them, now what? It's like, now I'm going to be able to understand them enough and have enough courage to take action based upon these emotions that I have. Whether that is making the right choice for me, going after what I'm passionate about, maybe telling people I care about that I love them, etc., etc. Okay, maybe like trying to get into a relationship if that's what I want, putting myself out there in that way, you know, things like that. Okay, allowing myself to be romantic and loving and express that openly. And then we also have the Knight of Cups, which was in reverse, and the Knight of Cups upright. You know, I'm putting these upright for you. Unblock it. Unblock the energy of Paltu's inner child. And this card here, this is one of the most beautiful cards in tarot. This is one of the happiest cards in tarot, and I'm sorry if you're hearing my cat in the background. This is one of the happiest cards in the tarot, okay? This card means, I mean, you can see the person looks very happy here. This card means emotional fulfillment. This card means dreams come true, wish fulfillment, okay? This is like the happiest. The only card that comes after this is the Ten of Cups, and it's a card where you have usually like a whole family. So it's like collective happiness, but the Nine of Cups is like the top, most maximum happiness level of your, like, individually that you can have, essentially. So this is what awaits you once you connect to your inner child, okay? So I hope that I've given you enough encouragement for you to do this. And, you know, there are different ways to go at it. There are different ways that are possible for you to connect to your inner child. You can do some research about it. You can ask me about it in the comments. Feel free to do that. But, yeah, just, you know, right now there might have been a lot of information for you in this reading, so you can just kind of process that for the next couple of days if you want to, before just being like, okay, let's do this now. Okay, there's no, yes, you're being guided to do this like right now very clearly, but if you decide to go for it, like, it's okay if it's not like super fast, okay? It's a process. So lastly, let's finally uncover your oracle card, which is an archetype card, and I did look at them when I pulled them, but as I said, it was a couple days ago, so I don't remember what it is. So let's see what it wants to tell you. Oh, look at that. We have the victim archetype. Interesting. Yeah, I remember when I pulled this and I looked at this one and I was like, oh, that's interesting energy for that pile. So as you can see on each card, there's a shadow attribute and a light attributes, because there's a light side and a shadow side, positive and negative side to every archetype. And I'm going to read both of them out to you, and you might recognize whether you are in the shadow or in the light, or both, mix of both, which can happen a lot, or if you were in the shadow before, the light before. But what I want you to know is that if you recognize yourself in the shadow attributes right now, don't be too hard on yourself. It's okay. Just know that you can always tap back into the light attributes, because they're simply two sides of the same coin, okay? So the shadow attributes of the victim are playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity, an ability to maintain personal boundaries, And the light attributes are prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. So pitying yourself, yeah, okay. I see why this is coming out. Self-pity might be the only way that you're capable of being compassionate towards yourself. But it's not the only possible way. And pity is not it's not a positive thing, because pity is dehumanizing, it's disempowering, and it also has, to me, I feel like it has like a very, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, it has a very dooming energy of like, oh, my life just sucks. And it's almost like that energy implies that like you can't make it better, which is not true. Okay? And you might have, yeah. So by blocking out your inner child, that's the way you can have compassion for yourself. And maybe that's also the way that you've been able to have compassion for others, which is also not empowering for them. So yeah, maybe think about that. Because, you know, the light attributes are prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. So you can hold yourself in the duality of like, sometimes I'm hurting, sometimes bad things, difficult things have happened to me, and I have compassion for myself, but I'm also, it doesn't represent me. I'm also like not broken. There's nothing wrong with me in those moments. I'm still like the strong me. It's just I can't express that part of myself in that moment, right? Okay, so Pal, so I'm going to end your reading here. I hope that you've enjoyed. I hope that it resonated for you. If so, let me know. Definitely like, comment, and subscribe if you feel called to do so. I would love to have you here. As I said in the beginning, yes, I do private readings. You can also tip me, and I will make an extended reading for this video. Okay, so we're gonna pull even more cards and go even more in depth. All the links for that will be down below in the description box of the video, and for the extended you'll also be, and also most likely in the comments. Okay, so check that out if you're interested. If you're leaving me here, then I wish you an amazing rest of your day or night. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sending you and your inner child so much love, and I will see you next time. Bye. Okay. Hello, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. This is for those of you who picked the Tarot of the Divine. Welcome. The lighting has changed in every single pile in this video. Just trying different things out, right? So, as I said, I hope you're well, or that you will be well if you're not, okay, both mentally, physically, spiritually, all those things, right? I just thought of like, I was gonna say Vine, oh my god, I just thought of the TikTok. It's an audio, it's been in a lot of different TikToks that's like, how does it start? It's like, mentally I'm not well. Physically, no. Spiritually, also no. Something like that. So maybe you relate to that, hopefully not, hopefully you've been well, but if you relate to that, well, that's okay. So, as I said, we're doing messages from your inner child today, and both of the previous piles have been really interesting, so I'm really excited. What's interesting about this reading is I kind of prepared it like 2 or 3 days ago. Like I pulled the different decks I was going to use out, I decided which one I was going to use, and for which pile, but I didn't even know like what would be the subject of the reading, what question I would ask, and it kind of came to me today, so we'll see. I also have like a pre-shuffled oracle card, which I'm not looking at right now because I don't remember which one it is. I want to keep the surprise to myself as well. It's an archetype card, but we're going to get to it at the end of your reading, okay? Some other things that I want to say before we get into it.